Hi class. This is the second video for your eulogy essay that's due this week. You could access the outline from either this prompt that I went over in the last video, right here under eulogy outline, or you can go to your modules where everything is and scroll and look for the outline. So here it would be under there, eulogy outline. This is also where you can find the sample essay, how to show versus tell, how to revise and edit your essays, MLA basics. I'm going to click on Eulogy Outline and walk you through this for this essay. I give an outline for every single assignment except for one. I give an outline, but it's a little different. But I want you to follow the outline. The important part of your grade, there's 3 grades: content, and this is part following directions is part of your content grade, grammar, and MLA. This one is following directions. So I walk you through each paragraph and I want you to follow the order. Paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then your conclusion. The first paragraph and second are due to me on Thursday. So you want to make sure you have read all of this and know what you're doing and have watched the videos. You will start with a hook. There is a page for hooks, which is also the page where you're going to turn in your first and second paragraph to me for feedback. There's a video on hooks, but you want to capture the reader's attention. That's the point of a hook. Once you learn how to do this, and it needs to relate to your thesis somehow, it can't be your thesis, but it needs to relate to it, you will add a transition sentence or two to tie the hook to the thesis, because you don't go from a hook to your thesis. You have some kind of cushion in between, and then you end with your thesis. And in this case, your thesis is about you. So you give your full name and the one adjective that best describes you. You don't use I. This is not you talking because you are deceased. It is somebody you chose to give your eulogy who will be talking. So they will name you and give the one adjective. Do not forget that it's one adjective. I give some examples of adjectives: helpful, giving, generous, responsible, strong, determined, funny. Choose one. Not from this list necessarily, just one that truly, truly fits you. Paragraph 2 is a little bit off, but it's in line with what a eulogy does. This is the mini biography. If you've ever read an obituary in a newspaper, some may have, some may not have, it is when someone dies, there is a little paragraph or a bigger paragraph on that person's life. It highlights their life and hobbies in detail. You are giving a mini biography, so this will be about half a page, this paragraph, where you start by introducing who's giving the eulogy. So that person introduces himself or herself or themselves, and they briefly explain how they know you. Now, obviously, if you choose your mom to give your eulogy, she doesn't have to say how she knows you, but she can say you were her firstborn, secondborn, and then just what kind of child you were. Brief. Then you're going to highlight your life up until now. What are some of your major achievements? What did you do for work? Did you go to high school? Did you graduate? Did you have plans for college? What were some of your hobbies? You want to highlight so when I read it or anybody reads it, they get to know you a little bit better. Who was this person? And then you end this paragraph after your mini biography with thanking the special people in your life. You are not thanking them, but the person giving your eulogy is. And you want to name them. It could be the family pet. It could be, but don't name everybody. Don't make this big giant list of cousins and everything. You just thank those important people. If there's only a few, you can name them. If there's many, you want to be a little bit more general. That's paragraph 2. So these 2 paragraphs are due to me this week earlier, I believe Thursday. Then you go on, once I give you feedback on these that you're on the right track with 1 adjective, then you move to paragraphs 3, 4, and 5. They're 3 separate paragraphs. It says here each a separate paragraph supporting your thesis. Your thesis is the 1 adjective. So each of these paragraphs should be about that 1 adjective. Don't each have a different adjective in them, and don't talk about anything else. It's supporting your thesis. So just say you said you are helpful. That was your adjective. The person said, you, Julie Jones, was very helpful to everyone around her. That's the thesis. Okay, so now you're supporting it. You want to say, in your topic sentence, you want to mention the adjective and a specific time when. So you would say, Julie showed her helpfulness when she volunteered at space camp. That's your topic sentence. Then you give an example of how show you were helpful. We don't tell in this class as much as possible. We show. Adjectives are active. So you want to make sure you are showing and not telling. Telling is boring. I'm sure everyone's had a friend who goes on and they're telling, and there's no specifics, there's no action, there's no detail. When someone's helpful, they are doing something. So if you chose helpful as your adjective, then you want to make sure that you show 1 example, in this case, space camp, when you proved to be helpful. What did you do? Then, once you give that example, you want analysis. You want to conclude by explaining how this example exemplified helpfulness or whatever trait, adjective that you chose. Tie it to the larger point. You're going to do this 3 times. 1 for paragraph 3, another example for paragraph 4, and a 3rd example for paragraph 5. So these 3 paragraphs are supporting your 1 adjective, your thesis, that is in paragraph 1 at the end. And then you're going to conclude. This is paragraph 6, where you wrap up your eulogy. You can go back to your hook or briefly summarize your impact on the lives of those leaving behind. Don't forget, you are not the one speaking, so you are not using I, but the person giving your eulogy is speaking, and you want to end with some impact. It does not have to be a long ending. As a matter of fact, I recommend you don't have this huge long ending. 3, 4 sentences is perfect. You just end it on a powerful note, but keep it within the adjective, because that is the focus. So though eulogies are more specific with different things, they're broader, we are doing a focused eulogy on 1 adjective to make it easy on the writers and easy on me to grade. If you have any questions, make sure, as I said before, to contact me, inbox, if you're confused, or read the student sample essays. There are 2. And or go to the Learning Center to have someone look over your essay and give you some helpful tips. When you're looking at the student samples, read the hook, which should be cited in MLA. This one is not. Read the thesis. Do they have 1 adjective? In this case, kind-hearted. How detailed is the bio? Does it follow the order of the outline, introducing the person giving the eulogy, ending with who the person is leaving behind? Does each topic sentence have to do with kindness? A time the person was kind? Does the example show versus tell? Do they go back and analyze that example and then conclude? That's what you're looking for in the student samples. That's what I'm looking for from you. I wish you all the luck. Again, inbox me or set up an appointment during student hours if you need extra help.